So that's going to push him back half the distance. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed and they're showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Benjamin Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there. You have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Again, they'll run it. Again, it Sproles. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the blitz does come. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Wentz, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Line, it ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Again, it's Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open filled up on that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is complete. It's Marshall. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Marshall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Nelson Aguilar, 97 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And quite a bit of razzle-dazzle and electricity on that return. It goes for 97 yards. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The dangerous Hill now to return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own
blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Long in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Ready. You waiting?
From the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Smith. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Sproles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He did see pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go.
And once again, they go with Sproles. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Sproles. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On play action, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Wentz to throw again. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. The return man is Hill. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Ready. You waiting?
Now Breeze. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. We're waiting.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities.
We're waiting.
Now Breeze. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow lady.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. Right set. Right set.
Again, it's Breeze. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Breeze. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And when you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Lutz puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's Wentz to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Play action to thirds. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Bree's going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Twisting away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Breeze now, complete, Smith has it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
To run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw is Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Ready. Ready.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Wentz to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back to throw, Wentz on the move to his left. Down.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field
declined.
position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. The open man is Smith. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken as the clock continues to roll. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final minute. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Wentz to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Now Breeze. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down.